Thank you for tuning in to this installment of iPhoneZombies.com, where we'll be reviewing the X Mini second generation portable speaker. This is an excellent speaker. Use it to plug into your iPhone or your iPod, and it has excellent sound reproduction. We'll be unboxing it here. You can see that this is the actual retail version. You can find it in some of the big box retail outlet stores. If you'd like to find it online, go to iPhoneZombies.com and there'll be a link on the review for this device. Click on the link, takes you to an excellent online retailer, and you'll be very satisfied with the pricing. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up the box. So it's kind of a little slick box, a little different than you're used to. On the side there, it's got tucked up in there. Stop. Read this first if you have any issues. It's really just a customer service warning label. Taking the top off. This is really what we're after. Okay, we've got it out of the box now. And a couple things I want to take you around the speaker first. The first thing is the feel. The speaker actually has a really great feel. It's kind of almost a rubberized feel. While the material isn't cushy, you can feel it's very firm. It's like they sprayed a little bit of a rubberized coating over it. So it's just got a little bit of a, like I said, a rubbery feel, which is really nice. The next thing is that the red speaker, you could see that. That's actually really cool, the way they've got this cut out. It's a cool looking device. The next thing is that the device is now in the closed or the storage position. If you go ahead and just rotate it ever so slightly, it actually expands. That increases your bass significantly, which we'll go ahead and we'll play the audio and you'll hear the difference. Go ahead and close that back up for a moment while we finish. You can see that the speaker jack is neatly stored at the bottom, which I really like that feature. That way when you're using it, you've got a little bit of a speaker jack, but when you want to store it, it gets out of the way. Just feed that back in there, snap it down, you're good to go. Next thing I really like about this is you turn it on, you know it's on. Now you got a blue light, but when you go ahead and put it down, the blue light's not out there shining in the middle of the night. Sometimes those LEDs, even the red lights, they're just so bright, they're almost obnoxious. So this is nice because it's down. You can tell just by looking if it's on. When it's down, you can't see it. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. This actually is a auxiliary speaker jack for a second device. So you wouldn't plug this one into it, but if you had a second one of these devices, you would plug it into that. The first one would go into your iPhone, and then every additional one would go into these side auxiliary jacks, and you could actually daisy chain. And I don't know how many you can go up to, but you can get quite a number. I believe it's about 10 or 12. If you go to our websites, all the specifics will be on the website as far as how many you can daisy chain, the actual weight measurements and all that. This does not use batteries. It requires a USB, a mini USB connection charging. You could either charge it off your PC or a USB charger. Any type of charger will work fine as long as it's a standard USB charger. It does have a little, if you could see that right there, for a lanyard. So if it's easier for you to tie it off with a lanyard, keep it in your bag so it doesn't float around too much, you've got that option as well. I'm going to go ahead and, one last thing, there's the speaker. I don't know if, or the volume control, I don't know if you can see it. Because it has a switch, this does not turn all the way down to turn off. You can adjust from a low sound to basically the highest sound. So we're going to go ahead and test it out now. And okay, so we've got our speaker, we've got an iPhone, and we've got our decibel meter. And I want to show you how much louder this can go. So I'm going to go ahead and run the iPhone maximum volume. I'm going to plug this in, maximum volume. We're going to see what kind of rating we get here. Alright, looks like we got 90.1. So I'll put that back down. Plug in the speaker. Don't do this at home. You'll probably blow up your speaker because I'm going to go on maximum volume here. So make sure I turn this on. looks like we got 107, so significantly louder. You could probably tell at home listening through the video here that it got a lot louder. It's getting a little bit of distortion at that level, but I wanted to show you how much louder it can get. That's not even in the bass mode. If I go ahead and open that up, like so. Just a tad louder, got up to 108.3, but big difference. It's a lot bassier, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that down a little bit. It's a nice speaker, good sound. Really nice about this deal is how compact it is. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move the box out of the way. It is really tiny. So let me go ahead and get the scale on that. 2 and just over, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. If you go to our website, you'll see the exact measurements there. It's about 1.5 inches. This is the remainder of the case. This is actually where the speaker was sitting inside of, right there. I want to show you. Inside there's a little bag. Actually, this is pretty neat. I want to show you this. You don't need that. Basically, it's a small world. It's got a little bit of an instruction manual on the inside about the speaker, how it works, package contents. Basically shows you get the speaker, you get the charging cable, you get a little sack to store it in. This is not bad. It's feels a little inexpensive. It's a little nicer than felt, but not much. But basically the speaker does fit nicely inside there for traveling. So if you don't want to get it scratched up or get it dirty, pull it down, you're good to go. This is your charging cable. Now you don't have to use this one. You could use any standard USB type charger. What's nice about this one is it actually has a much longer speaker cable on it. So you can see that. Very long speaker cable. So we're going to plug this into your standard USB charger. You could even connect it to your PC as long as it's got powered USB port. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. The charger turns red, so you could probably see that. It's now a red light instead of a blue light. So it's now charging. Yeah. Go ahead and turn that on. You can see the light turned a little bit brighter red, but it's still in charging mode. When it's fully charged, that'll turn blue. And turn that off for a second. Dims out. On. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug it in again. It's charging, but it's also on. Okay, the last part I wanted to show you is if you plug this in to the USB port, like so, you have this really long cable. I'll plug that back into the iPhone. Turn on the iPhone. Now you have a really long cable. But at the same time, you could be charging, you could be playing off the long cable or the short cable. Overall, this is a very nice speaker, well thought out. The fact that it plays through this, that's just killer. You could conceivably use this as an external speaker for your laptop as well. You could plug this into your laptop. You could play this. Overall, this is an excellent speaker. Love the fact that it expands like this. It's a little bit of spring action. Very firm, nice feel, very well thought out. Everything, fit and finish is very good. You could tell this is a quality item. It's at a very good price. We give this 4.5 out of 5 stars, and we want to thank you for watching this review of the X Mini 2nd generation portable speaker that we use for our iPhone or iPod on this installment of iPhoneZombies.com.